and welcome to Finding Stuff Out. I came all the way up here to the International Space Station because of this question from Veronica.
Could kids go to space? I'd like to go.
I want to go too. So today, I'm gonna train to go to space with the help of some real astronauts. And by the end of the show, I'll be able to tell you how kids can go to space. Who's with me? Let's get some.
Would these kids like to go to space? Let's find out.
I'd like to go to space so that I could have no sense of direction whatsoever.
So I could be the first person to plant a tree on the moon.
So I could squeeze a bottle of water and just suck it up with my mouth, like that.
I would so I couldn't see the sun to discover the planets.
Because then I could meet an alien. See, I already practiced.
I want to be the first kid to breakdance on the moon.
I don't want to go to space because I might get dumb and take off my helmet.
Note to self, don't take your helmet off in space. Anyway, here's the next question. It's from Mia.
Where did astronauts get the idea to go in space?
The Flat Earth Corner! No one really knows who got the idea to go to space. But more than 200 years ago in Paris, Claude Ruggieri was the first person to try it. Step right up, folks. This is your chance to see the very first space travel. With my rocket, I'm going to send this sheep into space. Yikes! Good thing the sheep had a parachute. But Ruggieri had bigger and better plans. Hey, you! I'll send you into outer space. Drats! The Paris police always spoiling my fun. Fortunately, the police stopped him before he had time to send a kid up in the air. His astronauts only got about as high as an office building, which isn't anywhere near space. It was a start, though.
If astronauts weren't tied up in space, would they just float away?
The short answer is only if they're in space. Every object creates gravity, a force that can pull other objects towards it, sort of like a magnet. So really big objects, like Earth, have a lot of gravitational force. So when you're here on the planet...
Hey, get back here.
Gravity pulls you back to Earth. But the further away you get, the weaker Earth's gravitational pull is, until it can't reach you at all.
Ah.
So yes, Sabrina, astronauts would just float away if they weren't tied to their spaceship during spacewalks. Gravity can't get me when I'm traveling out in space. It can't pull my pants down or put wrinkles on my face. 'Cause when I am in the cosmos, far from things with gravity, I can float around my spaceship free and nothing pulls on me. Here's a question from Andrew.
How do astronauts train for zero gravity?
You're probably wondering why I'm upside down. In zero gravity, it can feel like blood is rushing to your head. To find out more, I'm calling my friend Jeremy in Houston, who's a real astronaut in training.
Hi, Harrison. I think there might be something wrong with your camera.
Oh no, I'm not actually upside down. Here.
Oh, I see. You're just practicing.
Yes.
Well, great. That's a great way to practice. In fact, sometimes I practice what it's going to be like in microgravity one day.
Do you actually practice like that, though?
Well, I have, yeah, but not usually. We have better ways of doing it. You should come try it sometime.
So how do real astronauts do it?
Well, we have this really cool airplane, and you get in this airplane, and it flies up into the sky, and then you're just sitting on the floor, and it does this roller coaster motion, goes down like this, and while it's diving down, you're in zero gravity. You're floating just like you're in space, and it is a ton of fun. You can fly all over the airplane, you can do flips, you can tackle your buddies. It's just a really great time, but most importantly, you get to experience what it's going to be like when you're in space.
I found some video of you training in a swimming pool. What's that all about?
Right over here, I've got what we use to keep ourselves alive when we're in the pool. I've got a spacesuit here. And this spacesuit, if I were to put you in it, weighs about 200 to 300 kilograms. So it's really hard to train with here on Earth. It's very, very heavy. But if we put it underwater, we can make it float. And that's how we simulate being in space and working in this spacesuit. It's a very cool spacesuit, allows you to do a really cool job out in the vacuum of space outside the space station, but it's also very hard to work in because it's big and bulky. Look at the size of these gloves. Imagine doing fine tasks with this.
Yeah, you have like nubby fingers and stuff, it looks like too.
Yeah. You know what else is important to realize is you can't scratch your nose. I think it's worth it. Can you imagine the view of our planet from space? Small price to pay.
Wow, well, being an astronaut must be pretty amazing. Thanks so much for helping me find stuff out.
Hey, my pleasure, Harrison. You take care. So long.
Sounds kind of hard to float around in zero gravity on a spaceship. To find out how, it's time for... My Great Challenge! Today, our challengers are Commander Joseph and Commander Malinka. Are you ready to experience zero gravity?
Yes, I am. Me too.
All right, well, today you won't be leaving the planet, but you'll definitely be like you're living out on a space station where there's no gravity. You'll be strapped into this simulator. And your challenge is to bounce around, grab these Energizer cells right here, and then get all the way over to that satellite and screw them in. The one that does this the fastest will be the winner. Sound good?
Yes.
Commander Joseph, you're up first.
Yes, sir. Good luck in space. Thank you, Commander Malinka.
Go! Zero gravity is sort of like being in a bouncy castle. Oh, missing them. It's as difficult as being in real zero gravity. He's got one. Now he has to get it to the satellite. Oh, he dropped it. In real outer space, that energy cell would be floating away forever.
To the satellite.
Quick! The satellite is losing power! Getting close. Does he have one? He has one.
He has one?
Yeah, one's in. Joseph's really speeding up, unless he drops this one, too. Yes! Oh, there, he almost has it. He just has to get it in. He's got it! 1 minute 25 is the time to beat.
I'm ready to win.
Go!
The yellow one. Off on a good start.
Yeah, she has a good start. Hey, Malinka, don't just float around. You've got a race to win. Hurry, your spacecraft is losing power. Oh, she has it right away. Oh, does she have it? Yes. Wow, Malinka's fast. Oh, she almost missed it, though. Malinka's only got a few seconds left to beat Joseph's time.
Oh, she has
Wow,
one.
she's going really fast. And does she have number 2?
Yes.
Yeah, she has it. Okay, Commanders, here are your results. Commander Joseph, your time was 1 minute and 25 seconds. And Commander Malinka, your time was 1 minute and 20 seconds. You're the winner.
Yes!
Okay, so how did it feel to be an astronaut and bouncing up and down and stuff?
It was really fun. I felt like I was wearing a big marshmallow costume.
And what about you? What did it feel like?
I felt like a floating pumpkin.
Right, because of the orange suit?
Yeah.
Well, thanks for being on my show and thanks for helping me find stuff out.
You're welcome.
My next question is from Cassandra.
If I would be able to touch the sky, would it stop or would it continue?
I checked the answer, and the atmosphere around the Earth does end eventually. Astronauts have to blast through it to go to space. But space itself goes on forever. There's no end to it. How can that be? It must have an end. But if it did end, what's outside of space? There's nothing in space but space. Head getting warm, spatial overload. Ah! You're gonna make my head explode. Scientists think that space goes on forever and ever and ever. Kind of scares me to think about that. So let's think about something else.
Who was the first astronaut in space?
Well, we know it wasn't Ruggieri sheep. But I checked, and here's what I found out. The first astronauts to go up into space and safely come back
Excuse me.
were actually 2 Russian dogs who were sent up in a test program to make sure it was safe for humans to go into space.
Sweet. Decent.
But if you mean the first human, that was Yuri Gagarin, a cosmonaut. That's a Russian word for astronaut. More than 50 years ago, in 1961, Gagarin spent 108 minutes in outer space, traveling around the Earth once. Since then, more than 500 people have been to space, some for more than a year. Zero gravity makes me sleepy. Here's a question about that.
How do you sleep in space?
I found out that astronauts sleep in sleeping bags attached to the wall. That's so the astronauts don't float away. Floating away in your sleep would be really bad. I thought I'd try sleeping their way, but it isn't very comfortable. At least, not here on Earth. But I found a video of astronaut Chris Hadfield explaining how it works.
I'm in my super comfy Russian full-length pajamas. Nice for when you have to get up in the middle of the night, and ready to go to bed. I'll show you where I sleep.
Astronaut Chris Hadfield is the first Canadian to walk in space and to command the International Space Station. On his last mission, he went to bed 145 times.
This is my sleep station, my sleep pod. This is where I spend up to 8 hours every day.
Look what happens when astronauts squeeze a rag. Weird. Everything is just a little bit different in space, like cutting your nails over an air duct that sucks them in, so they don't go flying everywhere. Getting a haircut with a vacuum hose on the cutter, and especially washing your hair, as astronaut Karen Nyberg shows us.
What I like to do is start by just putting some hot water, squirting it onto my scalp. Sometimes the water gets away from you, and you try and catch as much as you can. Then I just work the water up through to the ends of my hair. And I take my no-rinse shampoo and squirt it also on the scalp, just a little bit, and rub it in. Again, kind of working it out to the ends.
How do astronauts get their food?
Whoa! The International Space Station! I'm here at the Canadian Space Agency with Danielle, who's a mission controller.
Hi.
Hey, so how do astronauts get their food?
Well, there are 6 people living on the real space station, and every few months we launch a spacecraft with food in it. And for some of them, they go right next to the space station, and we have to grab them with a Canadarm. And that's going to be your mission today.
Awesome! So, do real astronauts train here?
Yes, they do, and you're going to be using the same simulator.
Whoa!
But first, let's find out about the food that you'll be delivering.
For sure.
Well, this is Natalie, our space food expert, and this is Harrison, our delivery boy.
Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you, too. Well, I'm going to go and set up the simulator.
All right.
Are you hungry?
Whoa! Look at all this food. Oh, some of it doesn't look very good. It looks kind of weird. Like, what is this?
This is macaroni and cheese. So this is just like the macaroni and cheese you have on Earth, except the water's been taken out of it. So when an astronaut's ready to eat it, all he does is put hot water right here, Wait 10 to 15 minutes, like it says on the instructions.
Right.
And then you cut this open, and you can just eat it out of the package, just like out of a bowl.
It'll taste as good as it does on Earth?
It'll be delicious.
Nice. So what can astronauts not eat in space?
Any food that makes crumbs.
Oh, so they can't eat, like, cookies?
Well, they can eat some cookies as long as those cookies don't make crumbs. And this is an example of cookies that they could eat in space. These are actually crackers, but they're bite-sized, so you could put them in your mouth in one bite and you won't make any crumbs.
So what's the problem with crumbs floating around in space, though?
They can get into equipment, and that can damage the equipment, which can be a problem. Or they can get into an astronaut's eye, not very comfortable. Or they can breathe them in and get them into their lungs, which can be a problem too. And we don't want them to choke.
Right, that'd be bad.
Yeah.
So what other foods can they not eat in space?
They don't normally eat fresh fruit and vegetables. There's not a lot of refrigeration up there, so there's nowhere to keep the fruit and vegetables fresh. So we have to send them dried fruit and vegetables. So for example, this is dried cranberries.
Right.
It's packaged in packages like this, or it can be in a bar. For example, this is a fruit bar.
Yeah.
And that's another way to get fruit to the astronauts.
Nice.
But sometimes astronauts might want a little snack.
Like, what about these chocolates? They get chocolate in space?
They do.
Nice.
So that's cranberries covered in chocolate.
These are out of this world.
They're pretty good, very popular. So I think Danielle's waiting for you to deliver some fruit to some hungry astronauts.
Oh, all right. Let's deliver some food.
Okay, this is a model of the end of the Canadarm. You're going to use that to go and grab the spacecraft by this pin that we see right here and here. So you're going to do that using these two hand controllers or joysticks.
Danielle showed me how to work the simulator.
Left, right.
I have to move the Canadarm so that the end locks onto the pin on the shuttle. Then the arm can dock to the space station. Wow, I think I'm gonna be good at this because of the years of experience of video games I have.
Well, let's see.
How many tries do I get?
Since we're only training, as many as you want. In real life, you only get one shot.
One shot. Let's see if I can do it in one try.
Okay, you're ready to go.
There we go.
Very good.
Okay. Wow. Are astronauts normally good at this?
Well, some of them are. The ones that used to be fighter pilots tend to be really good. But then there's some that are doctors and scientists and really never had time to play video games. So you might actually be better than them.
Whoa. Hopefully. Getting close. Whoa, okay, I'm almost there.
You're doing really well. You're getting closer.
Whoa.
Standing by for grapple confirmation. Robotic arm finishing closing in.
Now. Did it work? Did I get, yeah.
Dragon confirmed in place and docked to the International Space Station at the Harmony node.
I got it.
Well, mission accomplished. Now the astronauts can eat.
I'm like a real astronaut now, sort of.
We could make an astronaut out of you, I think.
Well, thanks for being on my show. Do you think I could really be an astronaut one day?
Sure. If you apply yourself, get a good education, and you definitely have the video game part down, so good luck.
Thanks. This is awesome. Hey, I've got a call. It's from Jeremy.
Hey, Harrison. Good to see you again. They told me you were at the Canadian Space Agency training with him on Canadarm2.
Yeah, they said that I could apply to be an astronaut someday, but is it possible for a kid like me to go to space right now?
Well, not right now, Harrison, but one day.
Oh, I guess I can answer the question that started us off.
Could kids go to space? I'd like to go.
The big answer is... apparently we can't.
No, hang on, Harrison. That's not it at all.
But I thought you said you couldn't take kids with you.
That's partially correct. We're not taking kids to space right now. But one day, when those kids get older, they can definitely be astronauts, and we're gonna need astronauts to fly in space. There are amazing things happening in space right now.
We have liftoff of Falcon 9.
Dragon is sensed for stage acceleration.
In fact, for the first time in history, commercial companies are building new rockets to take people to space. And more people are gonna be flying in space in your lifetime. In fact, I think one day it's going to be kids who are about 7, 10 years old that'll be the first humans to walk on Mars.
Whoa, that's awesome. So I guess the astronauts of the future are kids today.
Absolutely. You know what you have to do if you want to be an astronaut? You just have to do your very best. That's all you have to do. Find out what you love to do in life, follow that passion for the things you love, and just do your best.
Awesome. Well, thanks for being on my show. I'm gonna go train right now. On-the-job training, there's nothing like it. But being in space makes me hungry. Time for a space snack. Aw, pesky helmet. Uh-oh. Note to self. Don't take helmet off in space. Thanks for watching Finding Stuff Out. Whoa, this lump of coal is hard. You're probably wondering why I'm trying to squish it anyway. Well, it's because of a question I got from Benjamin.
When you squish a piece of coal, how does it turn into a diamond?
How does a piece of coal turn into a diamond when you squish it? I don't know. I don't even know if it's possible. But coal is carbon, and diamonds are carbon. So, I'm gonna find out the answer because if I can turn this coal into a big sack of diamonds, yes, I'm rich. I'm rockin' rich. Diamonds are one of the most valuable rocks in the world. Kings used to put them in their crowns, and today they're used in fancy jewelry. The most famous diamond in the world is called the Hope Diamond. It's supposed to have a curse. Diamonds are hard to find though, so if I want to have some, I'll have to make them. I guess I have to do more research. Meanwhile, here's a question from Madison.
What's the difference between rocks and minerals?
I checked, and rocks are made out of minerals, but minerals aren't made of rocks. Wait, what? How can rocks be made of minerals, but minerals aren't made of rocks? Do scientists have rocks in their head? Brain getting warm, brain starting to go volcanic. You're gonna make my head explode! It might sound confusing, but I checked and it works sort of like this. Minerals are like the parts of a sandwich. The bread is just bread, lettuce is just lettuce, the cheese is just cheese, and the tomatoes are just tomatoes. But if you put them all together, then you make a sandwich. And this one's got my name on it. That's good too. Rocks are like the whole sandwich. Put some minerals together, and it's a rock. Also, don't talk with your mouth full, especially if you're doing a television show. Now here's a question from Leo.
How does a rock become a rock?
How does a rock become a rock? Let's answer it with some hard rock. Rock cycle, time to get down. Rock cycle down in the ground. When the pressure starts, then things get hot. You're gonna get molten rock. Smushed up minerals all combined to make the different rocks you find. Mountains are born, then they get worn down. New rock, old rock, switches around in the rock cycle. Yeah, rock on, rock it out. Now here's a question from Munir.
How many kinds of rocks exist in the world?
I don't know, Munir, but I know someone who does, and he rocks. Please welcome Matt Herod. Hey, cool rocks.
Oh, thanks, Harrison. They rock.
Rocks! So how did you get started into collecting rocks?
So I started when I was 10. I was given a little kit of different minerals as a Christmas present, and that got me really interested in learning all about rocks, reading all about them.
Okay, so to answer Munir's question, how many rocks are there in the world?
So there are 3 types of rocks on Earth. There's igneous, metamorphic, and sedimentary rocks. Igneous rocks form when we melt other rocks, like in a volcano or something. This rock has quartz, feldspar, and mica.
Wow, so that could have come out of a volcano?
That's right. When this rock cooled, those three minerals formed. This is a sedimentary rock, and you can see it's just like a big bunch of mud all hardened together. Sedimentary rocks form when we break apart other rocks, and the sand or the mud that forms washes down a river, and eventually it settles down, and then eventually it hardens to form a sedimentary rock. The final type of rock is metamorphic rocks, and they're formed when we take an igneous rock or a sedimentary rock and we bury it really, really deep in the earth.
I found out that it's super hot in the middle of the earth. So these kinds of rocks melt down there and get squished together, right?
Exactly. All that heat and all that pressure causes it to change into a metamorphic rock.
So that's 3 ways that rocks can get made. But how many kinds of rocks are there altogether?
Well, when we change the way that they form, different conditions, we can get all sorts of different combinations and make thousands of different types of rocks.
This is your collection of rocks here. Is this your full collection?
No, I have so many more rocks back home. I haven't filled up my attic, but I certainly filled up the basement and the garage.
Well, Tatiana had a question about some rocks that are out of this world.
Are rocks different on other planets than Earth?
That's a great question. Some rocks on other planets are a lot like the ones we find on Earth. Others are completely different. So today I brought with me a sample of a meteorite.
You mean a rock that fell to Earth from outer space?
Exactly.
Why are you putting that glove on?
Because the grease on our fingers can actually contaminate the outer surface of that meteorite or ruin it if scientists want to analyze it. So here's the meteorite I brought. And you can see on the outside, it's all burned and brown.
Yeah.
Like I just took it out of my oven. But that's actually from when it flies through the earth, it starts to heat up, and then it gets this outer brown color on it. That's called the crust. So this meteorite's been cut in half, and we can see that the inside is all speckled with different types of minerals inside.
Munir, Matt says that the rocks astronauts brought back from the moon and the ones that were studied on Mars show us that rocks from space can be different from ours on Earth. But scientists think that the minerals they're made out of are the same everywhere in the universe.
In fact, we believe that there might even be a planet that's made of diamonds.
A planet made of diamonds? If you found that planet, you'd be so rich.
Yeah, it's really, really far away, though.
That reminds me of a question from Malinka.
Why are some rocks worth more than others?
Yeah, so why are some rocks worth more than others?
So the first reason is rarity. If it's really hard to find, and if there's not very much of it, then it's going to be worth more. The second is if it's really useful. If it's a mineral that can be used for something to help people, then it's going to be worth more.
Oh, I heard iron ore helps make steel, which is used to build things like bridges and cars. Is that why it's worth more?
Exactly. And the third reason is it costs more to get out of the earth, then it's going to be more valuable.
That's why diamonds are so expensive,
That's right. Diamonds are really hard to get out, they're really rare, and they're both pretty and desirable and useful.
Cool. Can you stick around to help me find more stuff out?
Yeah, my pleasure.
Awesome. Now here's another question. This one's from Gianni.
What do you use rocks for?
So Gianni asked me what rocks and minerals, like metal, are used for. I thought of some answers, but I was hoping these guys could help me figure out some other things that are made out of rocks.
Pyramids, railings, earrings, fences, houses, garbage cans.
Golden medals, like for the Olympics.
The kettle that you make tea or coffee in. Cars and some lamps. Watches and lampposts.
Cement.
Pots, pans, statues, wedding rings, TVs. Almost everything are made out of rocks.
Wow, you sure use a lot of rocks. So Gianni, to answer your question, looks like we couldn't get by a single day without using rocks.
That's a lot of rocks!
Here's a question from Victoria.
I like to have some gold. Where can I find some?
The Flat Earth Corner! In medieval Europe, scientists called alchemists thought they could actually turn common metals like lead into expensive metals like gold. They thought all you had to do was add mysterious chemicals and... Ta-da! Huh? nothing happened. Wait, that was the chemical for my invisibility potion. You can still see me. Good. Okay, so now you take a little sprinkle of this and turn the cheap piece of lead into priceless mess. For hundreds of years, people thought they could make gold out of cheap metals like lead, but it didn't work.
Actually, Victoria, there's a lot of gold in the world, but it's usually mixed in with other stuff in very tiny amounts. In a gold mine, they mine tons of rock and take all the little bits of gold out of it. Another way miners find gold is by panning for it in streams.
And that's today's
My Great Challenge!
All right, today my challengers are Zach.
Yeah!
And Brianna.
Woo!
You're gonna pan for gold like real miners. Also, Matt came in because he helped me build a stream.
Streams are a great place to find gold. Gold, when it washes out of rocks, is so heavy, it washes down streams and it sinks to the bottom and gets caught in the sands and the gravels. So then all you have to do is come and scoop it out. And look what I brought with me.
Whoa! Did you find that in a stream?
I wish. I had to chip this out of a rock. This is a mineral called pyrite, or fool's gold, and it looks just like gold. And it's even fooled some miners in the past.
All right, so we don't have pyrite for you, but we have actual real fake gold for you to find. Are you pumped to find real fake gold?
Yeah! We're gonna get fake rich!
All right, take your positions. You'll have 2 minutes to pan all of this water and find as much gold as you can. The one who finds the most gold will be the winner. Are you ready?
Yeah.
3, 2, 1, go!
That's right, guys. Swirl that water around and find the gold.
Getting a lot of sand there, Brianna.
Swirl, swirl.
I need water. It's cold. It's cold.
You really need to get a lot of water so you can
Yeah.
get rid of the sand, right? And find the gold.
That's right.
Brianna's got some. She's off to a great start. She'll be fake rich in no time. And Zach has some too, but he's got some catching up to do. Remember, the more you swish, the more you can fake rich.
That gold is super heavy. It's always at the bottom of the pan. Get more, get more, get more water. Keep going, keep panning. More water, that's the trick.
Brianna's looking for that buried treasure.
Look at that.
Zach's got some more. He might be catching up. Brianna likes to dig through the sand to find her gold. Zach has a different way of doing it. He likes to swirl the water around.
It's all technique.
10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Time's up.
Oh, I had this. That's not even gold. Oh, yes, it is. Oh, well.
So close.
You dropped it.
All right, let's see who got the most gold. Zach, let's weigh yours. 11 grams.
Whoa.
How much would that be worth if it was real gold?
That's like $500.
My precious.
And Brianna, let's weigh yours. 26 grams.
Whoa!
That's like $1,100 of real money.
You're the winner.
Yes!
Congratulations. But I guess you both win because you get to keep the real fake gold.
Okay.
So would you guys like to do this all day for your job? Pan for gold?
No, thank you.
Because then I just keep it.
And then it'd be real gold, right?
Yeah.
Thanks for playing. Now here's a question from Joseph.
How do rocks grow?
Rock-a-bye, baby rocks. Come on, little baby rocks. Grow. Grow.
I've been watering these rocks for days now, but still nothing.
I bet you think this is silly, but there really are types of rocks that do grow. Can rocks grow? To find out, I'm going deep inside some caves. And to show me around, here's Riles Forest. Hey, Riles.
Hi, Harrison. You excited to go caving today?
Yeah, so where are you gonna take me?
Trevor and I are going to show you through Riverbend Cave, which is the deepest cave here at Horn Lake. Let's go caving.
Sure, but what about non-rocky things like bats or bears or something?
Don't worry, we won't find any, except for maybe some moths, cave crickets, or spiders.
I wonder if there'll be diamonds. Can rocks grow in there?
Yeah, we're going to see some pretty cool different things. I'll show you.
I think caving's really cool that you can go in a place that not many people have been in before, and you can explore different places and have crazy adventures sometimes. You never know what's around the corner.
This is a cool ladder. Woo! Ah. This is so cool. Wow. Can you see rocks growing in here?
All this white pretty stuff you see hanging from the roof and on the walls, you can always see them growing. It's called calcite. So it's when the water flows through the cave and then picks up bits of calcium. And the rock has the calcium because it's made of dead sea animals, their shells and bones. So when the water picks up the calcium and then drips from the ceiling, it'll leave a little ring. And then over years, it'll build up and then get longer and longer.
And that's like a stalactite, right?
Yeah.
Cool.
And then if it still has some calcium left, it'll drip onto the ground and form a stalagmite.
Stalagmite, stalactite. So how can you tell the difference between them?
Stalactites stick tight to the roof. Stalagmites might reach the top one day. Or C for ceiling, G for ground.
Cool.
And then when they connect, they form a column.
A column. So that would be from like the floor all the way up to the roof.
Yep.
It doesn't look like they're growing right now.
But they are. They grow 2.5 centimeters every 100 years.
Wow. That's not very
And
that's
that's
not very
the
fast.
fastest one.
Oh, that's the fastest one?
Yeah.
So we won't be able to see them grow with our eyes.
No.
Still really cool.
There's also lots of other calcite formations, like draperies, bacon strips. There's a cave crocodile. A cave wolf. It's amazing, all the different ones.
Yeah.
I got one other cool thing to show you. Come on.
Cool. There we go. There's water!
There's water! Waterfall water. Yeah, so this formation we're coming up to is called the Ice Cream Waterfall. It's actually 3 stories tall.
Wow, this is so cool. Oh, and it looks like there's diamonds.
Don't touch it. If you touch it, it'll kill it because calcite is like crystals, kind of. So when the water flows through with the calcite, it'll catch on the crystals and keep building up bigger and bigger. But if you touch it, it'll break them down, and the oils from your skins will break them down. So if you touch it, it can't grow anymore.
Oh, that's no
you
good
pretty
then.
much kill it.
Oh no. The crystals look a lot like diamonds. Are you sure they're not diamonds?
I'm sure.
Is there diamonds in caves though?
Some caves in other parts of the world, you can find diamonds, but not in these caves.
Darn. So you wouldn't happen to know how to squish coal into diamonds, would you?
No, sorry.
Darn. Well, thanks, Riles, for being on my show and showing me all these cool caves.
Thanks for being interested into caves.
Oh, and I know one more thing that caves and rocks are really good for. Having fun. So it turns out that rocks really can grow. And that's the subject for today's The Experiment. I'm going to see if I can grow my own rocks the same way they grow in a cave. I have 2 jars of water here in which I am dissolving Epsom salts. Then I'm taking this string with 2 weights attached to each end so that it'll sink to the bottom of each jar. Then I'm gonna slide this plate underneath and wait. As you can see, a week later, I've grown some stalactites and the start of some stalagmites. Pretty cool. Going to the caves with Riles was pretty fantastic, but I still want to turn coal into diamonds. So I'm trying to squish it using these elastic bands. In a minute, I'll reveal it and then answer the question that started me on this rocky road.
When you squish a piece of coal, how does it turn into a diamond?
Well, Benjamin, the big answer is... It's just coal. Sorry, Benjamin. But if there's any way to turn this into a diamond, I bet I know who can tell me. Hey, Matt, I have a question.
Yeah, sure, Harrison.
I was trying to make diamonds out of this coal because I heard people can do it, but I couldn't do it.
Well, it takes a lot more than rubber bands and hope to make diamonds out of coal, Harrison.
Surprise! Matt says that most diamonds are not made from coal. They're actually made from other kinds of carbon material, deep underground under very high temperatures and pressures. But now, scientists have found a way to make them in special labs.
The way they do it is they take carbon, like coal, and they heat it and they squeeze it at tons of pressure and heat, and they try to simulate the same conditions that we see in nature.
And voila, man-made diamonds.
Are synthetic diamonds like that worth as much as real diamonds?
No, there's no replacement for nature.
Well, thanks for helping me find stuff out, even though you couldn't help me make a fortune in diamonds.
No problem. Well, let me give it a try.
Sure. What? How did you do that?
Magic hands.
It's gone.
Rock on, Harrison.
Wow.
Hey, Rocky, check out what happened at the cave.
So just remember, if you're going down and you kick a rock down, just remember to yell, rock, so that everybody below you knows not to look up when the rock's falling down.
Hey, you know what? This is really cool. This rocks. This rocks.
What? Rocks?
Sorry, I was just getting really excited about the rocks.
Oh, okay.
See you next time for more finding stuff out. I just found out something shocking. Are you sitting down? Here's a question from Kayla.
It would be fun to have a tail. Why can't humans have a tail?
Well, guess what? The short answer is, we might. I've never seen a person with a tail, unless you're all hiding them under your clothes. So, how is it possible for people to have tails? I've asked some experts to help me get to the bottom of this mystery. And I'll find out the answer by the end of the show. But for now, let's get some... You all would like to have a tail, right?
Yeah!
If you could have any type of tail, what would it be?
It would be a rooster tail because I can wake people up at 4 a.m. in the morning.
Pretty early.
A beaver tail because I like to swim and it helps them swim better.
I would have a kangaroo tail because while it'd be hopping, I could have my own private roller coaster.
It would be a dog tail because I like dogs and they wiggle it and I like wiggling.
A lemur tail because they're weird looking. And lemurs stick their tails up so that other lemurs can find out where they are.
It would be like a monkey tail because they could like wrap around things and grab them like this.
Mine would be a polar bear tail like this because it camouflages and I like camouflage.
Nice. That's pretty cool. I wish I had a tail. Oh, also, I heard these stories about girls with fish tails. Flat Earth Corner! I saw a mermaid on my last voyage. She had silky brown hair and a tail like a fish. She looked just like this. Oh, a girl like a fish is every sailor's wish. A girl with a tail who can swim like a whale. Back in the day of pirate ships, sailors thought they saw mermaids in the sea. But today, we know mermaids don't exist. Some experts think what the sailors really saw were manatees. Manatees are mammals. Like us, they have to come up to the top of the water for air. And they do have fishy tails, but manatees don't exactly look like mermaids. But back in the days when sailors believed in mermaids, only guys could be sailors. So maybe they just hadn't seen a girl in a long time. Sure does look like my Aunt Gladys, though.
Why are tails useful?
Well, Evelyn, if I had a tail, I could sure think of a lot of uses for it.
Harrison, clean your room.
Sure, Mom. There's not one simple answer. There's lots of answers because animals use their tails for different things. And so many animals have tails. Let's see. Porcupines, beavers, elephants, lions, dinosaurs, pigs, dogs, foxes, rabbits, lizards, armadillos, cats, squirrels, pigs? Oh, wait, I already said pigs. Ah! You're gonna make my head explode! To find out what animals really use their tails for, please welcome my first special guest of the day, animal expert Jennifer Sear Devine. Whoa, is that a real skunk?
It absolutely is. This is Iris, a 5-month-old striped skunk that was found orphaned in the wild, and she now stays at the Eco Museum Zoo where we both work, actually.
But she's not gonna stink up my attic, is she?
No, you really don't have to worry about that. Not only is she a trained striped skunk, she's also being descented, so you really don't have to worry about it. She's an educational animal, so we actually bring her into classrooms and for special activities. So really, your attic's okay.
So Evelyn was wondering why tails are useful, and specifically, why is a skunk's tail useful?
Now, a skunk's tail is pretty useful because just the coloration and the fact that it's bushy is a warning sign to other animals that they have to stay away. Now, if we still ignore that warning and we continue to get close to the striped skunk, well, that's when they lift their tail and spray that awful smelling musk liquid.
You don't want that because it's gonna smell bad.
Oh no, absolutely. It's very, very strong. And most animals, even the skunks themselves, don't like to have that smell near them.
Right, so they use their tail to protect themselves from predators, like as a warning, right?
Exactly.
Can I touch it?
Absolutely. Here you go.
Oh, it's kind of, that's soft.
It's a little bit rigid, yeah.
Like straw.
So she'll automatically, as soon as we touch her hind leg, she'll lift her tail a little bit.
Right.
There are actually other animals that also use their tail as a warning sign, such as beavers. You might know that beavers will smack the surface of the water to make a loud sound that scares away any potential predators.
So what kind of animal is this?
Well, this is another one of the educational animals from the Eco Museum Zoo. It's what we call an American marten. And as you can see, they have quite a long tail. Now, what do you think it's used for?
I don't know, like what is this tail useful for?
Well, have you ever noticed squirrels and chipmunks going along the electrical wires, sort of like tightrope walkers?
Yeah.
Well, these guys have a tail for agility and balance as well, just like squirrels and chipmunks.
Okay.
So when they're climbing up into trees or standing on a long branch and jumping from branch to branch, they need to be able to have good agility and good balance in order to do so.
Right.
Would you like to touch her?
Sure.
She has quite lovely soft fur. And the tail, you can see, is quite soft as well.
Whoa.
They'll usually hunt on the ground, but they do climb up into trees, especially to get away from predators.
So what would happen if it lost its tail?
Well, like any animal that's supposed to have a tail, she would have a lot of difficulty without her tail. So this, of course, she wouldn't have as much agility or as much balance when she's walking along the branches, hopping from tree to tree or branch to branch.
Right.
So tails for such animals are extremely important.
So what kind of turtle do we have here?
Well, this is actually what we call a common snapping turtle. Now, if you look at his head, there are bumps everywhere, scales everywhere, but even down on his tail, there are scales everywhere as well.
Well, that's a really long tail for a turtle. I wonder what that's useful for.
You're right, common snapping turtles have very long tails, and actually what's neat is the tail is actually armored. So they have these very large scales that stick out of the tail. This is kind of like armor on the tail end. So although the head end is protected by that beak, that sharp beak,
he can snap.
And he can snap with that beak, the tail end is protected a little bit by these extra scales.
Right.
So these guys do look very prehistoric, and they've been around since before the time of the dinosaurs.
Whoa.
They've changed very little since then. So their tail is a good way for them to protect that hind end. There we go.
Go, turtle,
You'll also notice this common snapping turtle will use its tail almost like a third leg.
Oh, really?
Like an extra limb to help lift its shell off the ground in the wild. It also uses that tail to go wandering around in the mud in the bottom of rivers, in the bottom of marshes and wetlands. So pretty practical tail all in all, right?
So it's a useful tail.
Exactly.
Well, thank you for teaching me about tails and for being on my show.
Well, thank you so very much for having us. It was an absolute pleasure.
Oh, yeah.
Now here's another question. It's from Noah.
Why do some animals have a pom-pom and some have a tail?
Pom-pom tails are really cool. And I found out there's actually a reason that rabbits have them instead of long tails. Carnivores.
That's what you call animals that eat other animals. Rabbits can signal other rabbits with their tails.
Watch out! Someone's trying to make us into their lunch.
Don't worry, no one's gonna make you into a sandwich, Mr. Fluffums. I thought of another reason why a pom-pom tail could be useful. It's time for... My Great Challenge! To put nature to the test, today I have 2 predator challengers, Giacomo
Roar.
and Trey.
Roar.
And we also have 4 prey. The first 2 are Tatiana and Taya. They have short little bunny tails. And what if bunnies had long tails? We have Sierra and Xavier, the experimental bunny rabbits. So today's challenge is for the predator to catch as much prey as they can in 1 minute. But there's a catch. You have to catch them by their tails. Got it?
Got it.
Okay, are you guys all ready?
Yes.
Okay, Trey, you're up first. Everybody get to their starting positions. And remember, you have to be fast to catch your prey. And you guys have to be fast if you want to get away. Okay, ready? Set, go. Here comes Trey, and he looks hungry. Oh, Sierra almost got out. These bunnies are pretty quick. Oh, one's out. He's got one. Run away! Maybe someone else is an easier lunch to catch. Okay, who's it gonna be? Nope. She's a quick little bunny. Oh, so close. Our predator's having a tough time. Oh, he's got another one. 5 seconds. 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay, that's it. Okay, so Trey got 2 tails, and now it's Giacomo's turn. Get into your ready position. Are you ready? Set, go! Let's see if Giacomo can beat Trey's score. Oh, almost got 1 tail already. Oh, yes! Giacomo's got 1 tail. Almost has 2. Oh, so close. Giacomo's a fierce competitor. I'll get you, you little bunny, you. Almost. Yes! Giacomo has another tail. And he has some time. Oh, so close. Oh! Run, prey, run. This bunny really doesn't want to be a snack. Slow down, lunch. 10 seconds remaining. Gotcha. That's a 3rd tail for Giacomo. Can you get the last prey? Ooh. Oh yes, I think he's got it. No. Okay, time's up. Giacomo, you got 3 tails and Trey only got 2, so it looks like you're the winner. So, what was the hardest part about the challenge?
I think it was getting the smaller tails off.
Smaller tails were harder to get? And what do you think was the hardest, Trey?
Taking off the smaller tails.
Why do you think that was the hardest part?
Because they're smaller to fit my hand.
Right, it's harder to get your hand around the small ones?
Yeah.
So the other reason animals like rabbits have pom-pom tails may be because it makes it harder for predators to catch them. Well, congratulations to Giacomo, you're the winner, but really, all of you are winners because you did it for science and you showed that a shorter tail is harder to catch than a longer tail. Thanks for playing. Well, here's a question about an animal you really can't catch by the tail.
Why do geckos lose their tails?
I don't know where I put my tail. Can you see it? Oh well. Geckos can lose their tails, but it's not because they forget where they put it. A gecko has a long, easy-to-catch tail. But if a predator chomps it, the gecko can just drop his tail and run away.
Run! Save yourself! But I can't just leave you here. Don't worry about me!
The tail still wiggles for a while on its own, so the predator doesn't realize the gecko escaped. It's really stressful for a gecko to lose its tail, and it gets bullied by other geckos. So never pick up a gecko by its tail, because it could get scared and the tail could fall off.
Yeah, you want to keep your tail, don't you? Oh. I wish I'd known where I put my lizard tail. Oh well. I guess I'll take another question. This one's from Emma.
What is inside a rattlesnake rattles?
Here's what I found, Emma. A rattlesnake shakes its tail when it feels threatened, to say, back off before I bite you. Their tail rattles are made of stuff sort of like our fingernails, and they're hollow, like these beads. When a snake tail moves, the rattles clap together, sort of like this. I feel a song coming on. Tails to avoid a scorpion who's annoyed. It pinches and it stings, I hate those things. Tails to avoid a skunk with lots of stink down there. A rattlesnake who says beware. Tails to avoid a dinosaur with spikes or any type of animal whose other side can bite. Tails to avoid. Tails to avoid. Now here's a question from Tiffany.
Why are kangaroos' tails long?
Well, Tiffany, I found out that a kangaroo's tail helps it jump, but I can't figure out how. To help out, please welcome animal expert Seth Falk.
Well, I think I can help you out with that question.
Whoa, I mentioned a kangaroo and there one is.
Yes, this is Jasmine. She's a red kangaroo, and she's just a baby.
Can I pet it?
Absolutely. She is used to people because she lives at a zoo. But in the wild, you would never want to pet a wild kangaroo. You would scare them, and they would give you a good kick.
Like that?
Absolutely, yes. Whoa.
Kickboxing is natural to kangaroos. When they fight, they can actually balance their entire body on their tail, kicking forward with their powerful legs. Ouch! So, how does its tail help it jump?
The tail gives the kangaroo a big boost, sort of like a pogo stick. It helps it jump really high. Just watch how she can sit up all the way on her tail for a snack. Oh, there we go. Now we're doing a good one. Oh, see? You're so good. So smart.
So, what's so special about the kangaroo's tail?
Well, this tail is full of lots of strong muscles which help them hop really high. It also is a place where they store food and water because they're from the desert and you never know when your next meal is.
So, it's like a stomach, but in their tail.
It's a lot like a camel's hump, where camels also store food and water in their humps.
Whoa.
Very cool.
Well, thanks for helping me find stuff out.
No problem. Thanks.
If you don't stop eating, you'll get a taily ache. Now here's a question from Hannah.
Is there a bone in an animal's tail?
Well, Hannah, to find out the answer to your question, I'm here with my friend, Hans Larson, in this museum. Hey.
Pleasure to be here.
So, Hans is a paleontologist, and part of his job is to find out why animal bones are the way they are. So Hannah was wondering, do animal tails have bones?
Lots of animals have tails, and all animals with backbones and bones inside them have tails, and all those tails have bones in them.
Okay, great. So what do we have here?
Well, here's a little quiz that I've set up. And so guess what the animals are and where their tail is.
Okay, so I'm gonna guess this guy's obviously a snake, but like the whole thing is a tail, isn't it?
Well, it might look like a tail, but actually the tail for snakes is really short. This guy, the tail starts right here and just goes to there.
Right, oh, right where like the ribs stop?
Yep.
Okay, I'm gonna guess this guy is a cat.
Exactly, this is the house cat.
And this one just looks like a baby cat, like a smaller cat. It looks like identical.
Yep, this is the cat, and that's a skunk.
Oh, that's a skunk.
Totally different animals, but they kind of look similar. The tail for cats is really used for lots of jumping and running around.
Right. And I know the skunk uses its tail for signaling.
Yep.
Okay, and then we have this big one. And the tail's pretty flat. And oh, it has the beaver teeth. I'm gonna guess it's beaver.
This is a beaver.
Is that like a rat?
Well, it's a muskrat.
Oh, okay.
But it's closely related to the beaver. And both of them swim in the water. And the muskrat tail is long and skinny, like a rat. That's why it's called a muskrat.
Yeah.
But the beaver tail is a beaver tail.
It's flat.
It's like a paddle.
And what about this guy? His tail is really short.
So this is a really cool animal. It's called the badger.
Yeah.
They dig burrows. They spend a lot of time underground.
So that's why their tail's short, because they don't really use it?
Exactly.
And this thing is like a chipmunk or something.
Close. It's a squirrel monkey.
A squirrel monkey. So like they have this really long tail and they're like, is it just like a smaller monkey?
Well, it's a mini monkey, but this tail is really important because they use it for climbing, they use it for jumping to keep balance,
Right.
They use it for talking to each other.
But monkeys are like really closely related to us and they have this long tail and we don't really have a tail at all. We don't really need a tail. But what if we want a tail? That's what Kayla wants to know.
It would be fun to have a tail. Why can't humans have a tail?
The big answer is...
We do have tails.
I knew it, but how come I don't have a tail? Am I the only person without a tail?
I can assure you, Harrison, you have a tail.
I don't. I can't see it. It's back here somewhere. I can't see it.
Come on, Harrison, I'll show you where your tail is.
Okay.
In us, our tail is right here.
That's our tail? It's tiny. I didn't even know we had that.
Well, it's really tiny, and it only holds a couple muscles in it, so we don't do much with our tails.
And what about this guy? He doesn't have much of a tail either.
This is our gorilla, which we call George, and his tail is also really short.
Right. How come the tail's sticking and not out?
Because they would get in the way, because we stand up.
Right.
And I'll show you why. So, pretend that you're an animal.
So like a dog or something.
So if you had a tail, it would come out your back like this.
Weird. And what about if I was standing up?
Where would your tail be?
I guess it would stick right into the ground.
It would be in the way.
So I guess it'd be a problem. I've always wanted a real tail. Ours aren't very exciting. But if you want to find your own tail, here's how. Uh-oh. Do try this at home.
To find your tail, you just take your hand, put it on your back, and slide it all the way down to where it stops.
Right. Oh, I can barely feel it there, but one time I fell and it really hurt.
Yeah, the tail, even though it's really small, is also really delicate too.
So I guess even though our tails don't stick out and we can't see them, we should still take care of them.
Right, and we can even break them.
Do you think science will ever allow me to grow a tail like a monkey or something?
Sorry, Harrison, you'll never have a long tail.
I guess I'll never be wagging my tail. Thanks for watching Finding Stuff Out. On the other hand, though, it would be kind of weird if I was the only one with a tail and nobody else had one. But maybe if we all had tails, that would be okay.
Yeah, it'd be hard to drive a car.
Yeah, it would be hard to drive a car. It'd be hard to do a lot of things with a tail.